Hello, everybody. Welcome to Coach Chloe, the journey to self-love. Today is episode 24 of our of the journey to self-love, and this is part 3 of our new series, Tips and Tools to Hack Your Thoughts. Today, we're going to be focusing on mastering your inner dialogue. On our journey to self-love, we want to know how to do that. So, is this something that you wanted to master or you wanted to get better at? It could be cooking, or it could be a sport, it could be something creative, whether it's playing an instrument or maybe playing golf, cooking a certain dish. And you notice that you go online, you look at how to do this, you read up about it, you talk to people about it, and you're focusing on how to do that, and then you try it out. You try, you see where you're failing, you go back and you try it again until you get better. So the more you practice, the better you get. And I know, with golf, I'm a avid golfer. I love golf. The more I play, the better I get. The better I get, the less I'm actually thinking about my swing. And so when I stopped analyzing that swing, I'm more in flow and I'm playing well. But as soon as I lose my swing, because sometimes it's not happening. I don't have my golf game. I'm not doing what I need to do. I have to rewind and practice a drill. It could be a small drill, but a drill to address what I feel is going wrong and how to make that right. So I practice that drill to bring me back up to speed. That's the way we want to think about mastering our inner dialogue. Today we're going to be talking about how we change our script with kindness. And we're going to talk about some daily power, the daily power of affirmations, not in the way that we always think about it, but what are those affirmations that is so impactful? And thirdly, we'll talk about how you need to be your biggest cheerleader. So, are you ready to hack your thoughts and talk to yourself like you really mean it? Stay right there. We'll be back in a few. Welcome back. And like I said, today we're going to be talking about how to master your inner dialogue by hacking your thoughts. I'm really, really excited about this. And this is something that I have been practicing from a little girl. I wrote a whole book about it, about how I talk to myself and how I build myself up. Um, and if you want to go and check out the book, it's my biography or it's my memoir. You can go online and take a look at Chloe Timothy, and the book will come up. It's about my memoirs. Right, so let's just dive right in here. So the first thing we want to do when we mastering our inner dialogue is accepting who we are, and that is to treat ourselves with kindness, to change the script with kindness. How do you talk to yourself matters. It's easy to be your own critic, but imagine what would happen if you did flip the script and you started treating yourself with the same kindness that you show others. Think about it. You wouldn't tell a friend they're worthless, or why on earth would you say that to yourself? You know, the truth is, most of us have been running on autopilot when it comes to our inner dialogue. We let the negative thoughts slip by unchecked like it's no big deal. And here's the thing, every time you let a critical thought pass through your mind, it chips away at your confidence, your self worth, and your overall happiness. So it's time to change that script by mastering that inner dialogue. Start catching those negative thoughts as soon as they pop up. When you hear yourself saying something like, I'm such an idiot, stop and reframe it. Maybe you made a mistake, but that mistake doesn't define you. because we all get to redo a lot of things, right? That's the way we live life. Instead of saying, you know, I'm such an idiot, say something like, I'm human and I'm learning. We all make mistakes. The more you practice this, the more natural it will become. Just like I was talking about, the more I practice my golf swing, the better I get at it. The more I practice that drill, the better I get at it. But knowing what is that drill that you want to be practicing and what needs to be addressed. Being kind to yourself doesn't mean ignoring your flaws or pretending that everything's perfect. It means acknowledging that you are doing the best you can. When I talk to moms and dads, and they talk about their kids, and oh, I wish I could do that, I didn't do this. With everything going on in life, we all are doing the best we can. So let's give ourselves grace in the process. This is life. It's never meant to be perfect. It's meant for us to learn from where from our faults, from our failures, from our weaknesses. Because when we learn from that, that's how we grow as human beings. And that's how we get better. So, this is about recognizing you worthy of love and respect no matter what. The second thing is that I want to talk about in mastering your inner dialogue is those daily power of affirmations. So, I know what you might be thinking. Affirmations, really, Chloe? But just hear me out. I'm not talking about repeating any cheesy little phrases that don't resonate with you. Um, I'm talking about crafting affirmations that feel real, that speak to where you're at right now, and that remind you of your true worth. I'm very creative, so I come up with a lot of ideas. And when one of my ideas, I hear someone else sharing without saying, oh, I spoke to Chloe and this is what she said, that used to trigger me so much. And I'd spend such a long time thinking, but that was my idea. Why did they take it? And so then I started to learn, well, how do I hack this? How do I hack this? How can I master my inner dialogue? And I picked up the phone. I called my dad and I said, Dad, this really bothers me. This is what this person did. And it's happened a few times with different people. And he said to me, Chloe, the gift that you have, when you die, you don't take it with you, but you want to leave a legacy behind. So share your gifts freely. What people do with that, whether they acknowledge you or not, it doesn't matter. Just know that you are making an impact. So, do you know what my daily affirmation is? Especially when that happens, I say to myself, Chloe, you're leaving a legacy. You're leaving a legacy. You're leaving a legacy. I say that. That's an affirmation. Affirmations are these little mental nudges that keep you focused on what's possible, on what your purpose in life is, on what you're called to be. They help you shift your mindset from one of fear, of doubt, of condemnation, of a non acceptance to one of confidence and possibilities. And the best part, they're simple and they're powerful. That's how you master your inner dialogue. Start by choosing affirmations that resonate with you. They can be as straightforward as I am enough, or I trust myself, or something like I'm capable of handling whatever comes my way. Or you could say, this is nothing new to me. I've done this before. I can do it again. The key is to make them personal and relevant to your life. That's how you master your inner dialogue. Now, here's where the real amazing magical thing happens: consistency. Making affirmations a daily habit. You can't just say it once and then believe that it's going to happen. It's going to change your life or change your inner dialogue. You want to be able to say it in the morning, say it when it's happening, write them down, repeat them in your head throughout the day. The more you affirm these positive truths, the more they'll start to take root in your mind. It's like, that muscle when you go to the gym, you keep flexing that one muscle and it begins to develop. It's not about tricking yourself into believing something that's not true. It's about reinforcing the positive truths that are already inside of you. They're waiting to be acknowledged. They're waiting for you. So, just like how I say to myself, Chloe, you're leaving a legacy. What is an affirmation that you need to say to yourself? What's something that could be a daily habit for you? So the third thing that I want to address, you talk about when we're mastering our inner dialogue, is being your own biggest cheerleader. So let's get real for a sec here. Who's cheering you on? If you're waiting for someone to constantly validate you, you're going to be waiting a long, long time. The person who needs to believe in you the most is you. So it's time to step up and be your own biggest cheerleader. That doesn't mean you have to be obnoxiously positive or pretend like everything's always great. It means recognizing your strengths, your own strengths, celebrating your wins, those big ones, those small ones, and giving yourself credit where it's due. Uh, think about how you'd support a friend who's going through a tough time. You'd remind them of their strengths. You then give them encouragement to keep going. You let them know they're not alone. Now it's time to do that for yourself. To master your inner dialogue, you want to focus on encouraging yourself. That's how you hack your thoughts. When you hit a rough patch, instead of spiraling into criticism, pause and ask yourself, what would I say to my friend right now? Then say that to yourself. Be the voice of encouragement you need. Tell yourself that you've got this, you're capable, and you're going to figure this out. And don't forget to celebrate your progress. Did you make it through a tough day? Celebrate that. Did you take a step towards your goals? Celebrate that. Give yourself a pat on the back. It's easy to get caught up in what hasn't been done. I should have done that. I wish I did that. Oh, I didn't have enough time. But it's just as important to acknowledge what you have accomplished for the day. Being your own cheerleader is about creating a positive, supportive inner dialogue that builds you up inside instead of tearing you down. It's about showing up for yourself day in and day out with the same love, same compassion you offer to others. What's the podcast called? It's called the Self Love. So, this is how you love yourself. It's your journey on learning how to love who you are. Who is that authentic you? And when you do that, you'll find that your confidence will grow, your resilience strengthens, and your life starts to change in ways you never thought possible. That's how you master your inner dialogue. So there's three things. There's a few things, in fact. Transform the way you talk to yourselves. Replace those negative self talk with kindness. Build a positive and empowering inner dialogue. Use affirmations as a daily powerful tool and be your own cheerleader. So change the script. Use daily affirmations that are real for you and be your own cheerleader. One of the ways that I cheer myself on is by saying, Chloe, you can do this. Chloe, you can do this. Come on, Chloe, you can do this. You got this. You got this. If I don't say that, if I don't hack my thoughts, everything's going to come crashing down. So I have to say it over and over and over again. I don't know how many times during the day I say that to myself. So if you're listening there, go ahead, just drop in the chat. What are some things that you say to yourself? What are ways that you hack your thoughts? What's your inner dialogue? What is something that you can share with the world that we could use to hack our thoughts? I'm so excited you're taking this journey with me. It's such an honor to walk alongside you and to be able to share my thoughts, my inner dialogue, so that we can really, really, truly explore what that means to love ourselves with compassion, with kindness. And my hope is to always help you or leave you in a place where you are ready to embrace a renewed sense of your self worth, of compassion for yourself, and of self love. Remember, this is your journey, and you get to decide how it unfolds. Trust yourself, be patient with yourself, and most importantly, love yourself every step on your journey to self love. Who you are becoming is greater than who you were yesterday. Master your inner dialogue. Until next time.